Welcome back, my dear students. So in the last class we were discussing this theorem. Let V be a finite dimensional vector space which is an inner product space and T from V to V be a linear map. Then the following statements are equivalent. The first statement was T is orthogonal. The second one was norm of T of x is equal to norm of x for all x in V. And the last one was if I is varying from 1 to n, is an orthonormal basis of V, then this T of I is varying from 1 to n, is also an orthonormal basis of V. Okay, so in the last class we have already done 1 implies 2 and 2 implies 1. So in this class we are going to go for 1 implies 3 and 3 implies 1. But you can see that the statement 3 is involving the concept of orthonormal basis. So we will just recall the definition of orthonormal basis and then we will go for the proof. Okay, so here it is. So a basis S of an inner product space V is said to be an orthonormal basis if it is an orthonormal set. Manje orthonormal basis means what? First of all, it should be a basis. In addition to that, it should be an orthonormal set. Okay. Now the question is, what is an orthonormal set? So its definition is over here. So a set of an inner product space S, obviously S should be a collection of non-zero vectors. Then S is said to be orthonormal if inner product of Vi with Vj is equal to 0 for I is not equal to j, and inner product of Vi with Vj is equal to 1 for I is equal to j. Okay, so see, the set is containing the vectors v1 v2 up to vn, and all these vectors should be what? Non-zero. Just keep it in mind. Okay, now since we have revised these concepts, let us go for the proof of 1 implies 3. Okay, so in 1 implies 3 we are going to assume that T is orthogonal, and we are going to prove that if I is varying from 1 to n is an orthonormal basis, then T of EI is also orthonormal basis. So पहिल्यांदा मी इथं म्हटलंय let T be orthogonal, and you know what is the definition of orthogonal linear transformation. Therefore inner product of Tx with Ty is equal to what? Inner product of x with y for all xy belonging to V, and I am calling it as 2. Now I will assume that this I is varying from 1 to n is an orthonormal basis of V. का? कारण की प्रश्नामध्ये काय म्हटलंय, जर हा ऑर्थोनॉर्मल बेसिस असेल तर आपल्याला काय प्रूव्ह करायचं आहे? दिस टी ऑफ EI इज एन ऑर्थोनॉर्मल बेसिस ऑफ V, राइट? सिन्स वी आर प्रूविंग नाउ 1 implies 3, so we have assumed that T is orthogonal. So yes, okay, so I have assumed that this I is varying from 1 to n is an orthonormal basis of V. Now note one thing, now since this is an orthonormal basis of V, it means that first of all it is a basis of V, and this EI means I is varying from 1 to n means what? Actually which set? Yes, it is the set of the form E1, E2 up to En. So it means this set is a basis of V, and in addition to it, it is also orthonormal set, right? This is the meaning of orthonormal basis. Now note one thing, this set contains how many vectors? N vectors. So therefore what is dimension of V? Dimension of V is n, right? So this is clear. So our claim is to show this T of I is varying from 1 to n is an orthonormal basis of V, right? So first of all what we will do is, first of all we will show that it is an orthonormal set, and then we will show that it is a basis of V. Now just note few things. Now since this set I is varying from 1 to n is an orthonormal basis of V, okay, is an orthonormal basis of V, right? So this is an orthonormal set, so therefore we can say this I is varying from 1 to n is an orthonormal set. Is that okay? Is an orthonormal set. Now since it is an orthonormal set, so what can you say? Inner product of two elements of this set is going to be 0 naturally. Obviously the element should be distinct, and the inner product of ei with ej will be equal to 1 for I is equal to what? J, right? Now just observe, since T is orthogonal, what we are having? This inner product of xy for all xy is equal to what? Inner product of tx ty. Now what we are having is inner product of ei ej is equal to 0. But what will be inner product of ei ej by using this definition? So x च्या ऐवजी जर ei टाकलं, y च्या ऐवजी जर ej टाकलं, तर काय येईल? Inner product of ei ej will be equal to what? Inner product of t of ei with t of ej. So this thing is same as, actually this is equal to inner product of what? T of ei with t of ej. Why we can do this? This is possible since this T is orthogonal. So we are using this equation 2. Since this equation 2 is true for all xy belonging to V, so naturally it will be true for ei ej also. Same thing will happen in this case also. So this is exactly equal to inner product of T of ei with what? T of ej. So indirectly what we have shown is inner product of T of ei with T of ej is equal to 0 for I is not equal to j, and inner product of T of ei with T of ej is equal to 1 for I is equal to j. Therefore we can say that now this set T of ei, I is varying from 1 to n, is an orthonormal basis of V. Fine. So that is what I have said here. So as ei is an orthonormal basis of V, so therefore it is an orthonormal set, therefore this will happen. Now since this is happening, therefore this will happen by using 2. I have called it as 3 and I have called it as star, and therefore it is an orthonormal set. Okay. Now as we have shown that it is an orthonormal set, so as I have shown that it is a orthonormal set, now it remains to show that it is a basis of V, right? Now see how we are going to show that it is a basis of V. Note, what is dimension of V? As I have told you before, dimension of V is nothing but n. Okay, and note how many vectors this set is containing. This T of ei, it is also containing n vectors, right? So this set T of ei, I is varying from just a minute. So this set T of ei, I is varying from 1 to n, has cardinality, okay, number of vectors to be equal to n. Now since order of this set is n, now how to show that it is a basis? This is the question. Okay. Now you might remember one theory question that we have already seen. What is that theory question? Just I will show you. I think it was in isomorphism. No, it was in question spaces, I guess. Yes. So see this theory question. I did give you note over here. So if V is a vector space having dimension n, then a linearly independent set having n vectors in V is a basis. म्हणजे जर वेक्टर स्पेसची डायमेन्शन n असेल आणि जर एखादा लिनियरली इंडिपेंडेंट सेट असेल V चा ज्यात पण nच वेक्टर्स आहे, मग तो सेट डायरेक्टली काय होत असतो? दॅट सेट बिकम्स व्हॉट? द बेसिस. ओके. सो दिस फॅक्ट वी आर गोइंग टू यूज नाउ इन ऑर्डर टू शो दॅट this set is what? A basis. Okay. So मी काय दाखवेल? फक्त हा सेट काय आहे? लिनियरली इंडिपेंडेंट. एकदा की मी हा सेट लिनियरली इंडिपेंडेंट दाखवला, तुम्हाला डायरेक्टली काय म्हणता येईल? इट इज अ बेसिस ऑफ व्ही. का? कारण की त्यात n वेक्टर्स आहे आणि डायमेन्शन ऑफ व्ही पण n आहे. त्यामुळे इफ आय शो दॅट दिस सेट इज लिनियरली इंडिपेंडेंट, देन इट इज गोइंग टू बी व्हॉट? अ बेसिस. नाउ once we show that it is a basis, so from 4 we have already shown that it is an orthonormal set. So it is basis as well as it is an orthonormal set. Then we can say that it is a orthonormal basis, and that is what we wanted to prove. Okay. Now in order to show that it is linearly independent, see how we are going to proceed. So since our vector in the set are vectors in the set are t of e1, t of e2 up to t of en. So I am going to say let alpha 1 t of e1 plus alpha 2 t of e2 plus so on plus alpha n t of en is equal to what? 0. Now once we show this, it remains to show that this alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha n are 0. Okay. So see how I am going to proceed. So I will fix some I, fix I is varying from 1 to n. Okay. फिक्स म्हणजे काय, एक तर आय ची किंमत 1 असेल किंवा 2 असेल किंवा 3 असेल किंवा n असेल, म्हणजे त्याची व्हॅल्यू फिक्स आहे. आता मी काय कन्सिडर करणार आहे, नाव आय एम गोइंग टू कन्सिडर दॅट, सी नाव दिस इज इम्पॉर्टंट, inner product of alpha 1 t of e1 plus alpha 2 t of e2 up to so on alpha n t of en with this t of ei. Okay, this I and this I is same. So what will be the value of this? Okay, now note what is the value of this first coordinate in the inner product. It is 0, right? From here, since this is 0, so therefore value of this first coordinate of the inner product is 0. So therefore since one coordinate is 0, the value of inner product will be what? 0. Okay, now we have to do some simple calculations, okay, by using properties of inner product. So this we are going to keep fixed, म्हणजे second coordinate over here we are going to keep fixed and we are going to distribute this first coordinate. So therefore what we are going to get is, okay, but just before that I will add one more step over here. आता बघा हा I actually काय आहे, हा I is a fixed value from 1 to n, म्हणजे त्याची किंमत जी आहे ती 1 to n च्या मध्येच आहे. म्हणजे ऍक्च्युली कुठेतरी इथे ती I येणार आहे. I in the sense what, we are going to get alpha I t of ei somewhere between this summation. Okay, so that term is also going to come here. फक्त ती टर्म मी तिथे लिहितो. So therefore that is nothing but what, this is same as alpha 1 t of e1 plus alpha 2 t of e2 and this is continued, आणि कुठेतरी काय असणार आहे, alpha I t of ei plus so on plus alpha n t of en comma what, t of ei, which is equal to what, 0. Now by using simple properties of inner product, therefore this will be inner product of alpha 1 t of e1 with t of ei plus this is ion plus inner product of alpha 2 t of e2 with t of ei. I will use red pen so that it is visible properly, plus this will be continued plus पुढची टर्म काय येईल, alpha I t of ei with what, t of ei plus so on. Next term will be inner product of alpha n t of en with t of ei, okay, is equal to what, 0. So let us go little bit down. Now yes, so you can understand we have started with this alpha 1 t of e1 so on up to alpha n t of en is equal to 0, since we have to show that this set is linearly independent. Now I have fixed I is varying from 1 to n, and the value of this equation will be equal to 0 since this first coordinate is 0. This is from 5, I have called it as 5, and then so you can see I have introduced this I in between, which is equal to 0, and in the next step we are doing this calculation. Okay, so therefore in the next step what we can do is, now see this is a real number, alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha I and alpha n, all are real numbers, and you might remember one property of inner product. What is that? Alpha x with y is equal to what? You can pull that real number out, and inside again you can have inner product of x with y. So that property we will use here. So what we'll get here, alpha 1 inner product of t of e1 with t of ei plus alpha 2 inner product of t of e2 with t of ei plus so on. This will be continued, plus alpha I inner product of t of ei with what? T of ei plus alpha n inner product of t of en with t of ei is equal to what? 0. Now see here, since we have already shown that this set is a orthonormal set, see equation 4, therefore what we can say, so inner product of two distinct vectors from this set is going to be 0, and the inner product of vectors with itself is going to be 1. Okay, so what can you say about this inner product? That is going to be 0 because 1 is not equal to I for sure, because I is appearing here. Is that okay? I ची टर्म इथे आहे ना, त्यामुळे 1 आणि I are not equal असं आपण म्हणूया. And next is inner product of t of e2 with t of ei. This is also going to be 0. But what about this? Inner product of t of ei with t of ei is going to be 1, and similarly this is also going to be what? 0. So only one term is going to be 1, rest of the terms are going to be 0. So what we are going to get here is, this will be 0, this is also 0, this is also 0. So what is left out then? Only alpha I multiplied by 1 is equal to 0, and therefore alpha I is equal to 0. Okay, आता आपण पहिल्यांदा काय केलेलं, हा I फिक्स करून घेतलेला. इट इज सम व्हॅल्यू बिटवीन व्हॉट 1 to n. आता आपण हा I, we can repeat the same process for what? I is equal to 1, I is equal to 2, and so on what? I is equal to n. So now let us vary this I from 1 to n for each value from 1 to what? n. मग तसं जर आपण केलं, पहिल्यांदा जर I ची किंमत 1 घेतली तर आपल्याला अल्फा 1 0 भेटणार, नंतर I ची किंमत 2 घेतली आपण तर अल्फा 2 0 भेटणार, आणि जर I ची किंमत n घेतली तर अल्फा n पण 0 भेटणार. So indirectly what we have proved, this alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha n all are 0. So therefore what we can say, this set is linearly independent. So that is what I have written in the next step. So you can see this is simply the simplification part by using simple properties of inner product. Then we are having this real number is taken out, then all the inner products are 0 except for this term. Okay, then in the next step we are having alpha I is equal to 0. Now the same process can be repeated for every I is varying from 1 to n, and therefore alpha I will be equal to 0 for all I is varying from 1 to n, and therefore this set will be linearly independent. Now since this set is linearly independent, but it is having how many vectors? N vectors. So by that theorem we can say that this set is nothing but what? Basis. So that is what I have said here. Since dimension of V is n, and we know in an n-dimensional vector space any linearly independent set of n vectors in V is a basis of V. So therefore this T of ei, I is varying from 1 to n, will be a basis of V, and I am calling it as 6, and therefore from 4 and 6 you can say that this set is nothing but what? An orthonormal basis of V, and that is what we wanted to prove. Okay, so this is regarding 1 implies 3.